Hello students, welcome to your channel Sabish English Classes. I hope you all are good, and in today's video lecture I have picked up this book Merchant of Venice, which is from ICSE board for the students of 9th as well as 10th standard. And in today's video lecture I will be doing the line by line explanation from Act 1 Scene 1 itself. So it is going to be very beneficial for you, I promise you. So please stay connected with me. It will help you a lot if you have got this play in your syllabus. So Act 1 Scene 1 of Merchant of Venice we are starting in this video lecture, and this scene is taking place in Venice at a street. So we have understood this much, that this scene is going to take place in Venice and on a street of Venice. Then enter Antonio, Salarino and Salenio. So these are the three important characters that are present in the scene 1. Since it is Act 1 Scene 1, it should also be considered as an introductory scene. It will help you to understand some of the characters and also their conditions and their situations. So here these are the three most important characters, or you can say that they are the major characters in the play which are present here in this scene. So Antonio is there. Antonio is actually a merchant, I should say the merchant of Venice, who is a protagonist in the play, and you will see that this entire play is going to revolve around him. And even the title of the play, The Merchant of Venice, is actually referring to Antonio himself. So Antonio is that merchant who is very rich, generous, kind-hearted, and he is a Christian character. Then Salarino and Salenio are his good friends. They are also virtuous characters in the play. They are playing a significant role by being on the side of the protagonist, or you can say being virtuous characters, and they are also the Christian characters. It is very important for us to understand and categorize the characters according to their religion, who are Christians and who are Jews, just because here we will also get to see that kind of a hatred, you can say, or discrimination which is present in this play between the two religions. They do not like each other and they do not understand each other. So there is always a kind of a conflict amongst them. So here we will see that Antonio, Salarino and Salenio are present in the scene. And since these are the three characters that are present in the scene, so we can very well understand that the conversation will also go on among these characters. So the very first speech of this first act, first scene, is of Antonio himself, who is a protagonist of the play. In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. Antonio is saying, in sooth means actually, really, truly, indeed. Such may I know not, means I do not know why I am so sad. It means Antonio is sad for sure, but he does not know the reason behind his sadness. Like, it happens at times that you are not feeling well enough from inside. There is some intrinsic conflict going on in you, due to which your mind is not at peace and you do not feel good. And that's why, because you are not feeling intrinsic peace or peace from within, you will not feel like talking to anybody around you and you would prefer keeping quiet. Same is the situation with Antonio at present, that Antonio is not feeling well enough, or you can say that he is not feeling mental peace, due to which he is kind of sad. However, if we ask Antonio himself, or the friends of Antonio asked himself the reason behind his sadness, then he was not able to tell. So from this line it is very clear that Antonio is sad. Antonio is saying, in sooth means in reality, indeed, actually, truly, really, I don't know why I'm sad. I don't know. It means he is sad, but he does not know the reason behind his sadness. And why so? How can it happen? It can happen under such a circumstance when someone is not feeling intrinsic peace or peace from within. So here he is not at peace and he is kind of, you can say, bewildered or anxious, and that's why. It worries me. Worries me means it is worrying me, it is upsetting me, it is tiring me. There is something in me which I don't know exactly what it is, but yes, it's true that this lack of intrinsic peace is very upsetting, is exhaustive, is tiring, is monotonous. परेशान तो हमें कर रही है ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जो अंदर ही अंदर है कुछ, बट आई डोंट नो कि इसकी वजह क्या है. You say it worries you, and when I'm saying that I am getting anxious or I'm not feeling well enough, then it causes the same kind of worry to my friends or to you guys. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it. But as a matter of fact, how I caught it means how I got this sadness, how I found this sadness, or came by it simply means how I acquired this sadness or how I just met with this sadness. I don't know. I myself do not know कि कैसे ये हमें हो गया, कैसे और कब और क्यों ये जो एक सैडनेस है, एक उदासी है, ये कैसे है हमें खुद नहीं पता. I don't know myself. Antonio is saying to his friends, what stuff it is made of. क्या है इसका ओरिजिनेशन, किस मटेरियल से बना है, किस फैब्रिक से बना है ये, मतलब क्या है इंग्रेडिएंट्स इस सैडनेस के. अच्छा, व्हाट आई मीन टू से बाय इंग्रेडिएंट्स, ज़ाहिर है अगर चाय बनाते हैं हम तो वी यूज़ शुगर, वी यूज़ टी लीव्स, वी यूज़ मिल्क, वी यूज़ वाटर. दीज आर द इंग्रेडिएंट्स दैट विल end up in making tea. In the same manner, if suppose like these days people are getting very depressed, there is a reason behind that depression. And what is that reason? The reason is that they are finding their life quite monotonous, quite boring due to pandemic. And they are like tired of staying at home, and that's why they are not able to continue with the same kind of monotonous schedule anymore, as a result of which they are falling into depression and all. So if today people are depressed, then there is an ingredient or a reason or a source or a cause behind that. There is some fabric, some stuff, some material which has caused it, which has made it. But here in case of Antonio, what Antonio means to say that he himself does not know कि उसके प्रॉब्लम का क्या स्टफ़ है, किससे बना है उसका प्रॉब्लम, या उसकी सैडनेस की क्या वजह है, whereof it is born. Means I do not know the origin of my sadness. I am to learn, means I myself have to know this. I also want to know कि क्या है वजह. And such a want with sadness makes of me. Such a want with. Want with means wit is intelligence. Want with is like lack of intelligence. So want with simply means foolish or dull. So, and such a want with sadness makes of me. That means obvious सी बात है, if your friend is sad and you go to your friend and ask him or her the reason behind his or her sadness कि क्या हुआ दोस्त तुम्हें आज, क्यों तुम इतने सैड हो, और उस पर आपको रिप्लाई मिलता है कि I am sad but I don't know the reason behind my sadness. You will say, what kind of a foolish sadness you are undergoing. What is this for a foolish reply? That you are sad but you don't know the reason behind your sadness. What is this? So Antonio is saying that I am suffering from such a dull or foolish kind of a sadness whose origin or source or reason or cause is not known to me. that I have much ado to know myself. That means I have much confusion. Ado is confusion here. I am confused in trying to find out the reason behind this kind of sadness of mine. Salarino is saying, your mind is tossing on the ocean. It is because your mind is completely back to the ocean or to your merchandise where you have spent a lot of money and sent so many ships. There were your argosies with portly sail like seniors and rich burghers on the flood. Alright. So Salarino is saying, I'm sorry. So Salarino is saying, your mind is tossing on the ocean. So here we have to understand that Antonio had said that he was very sad. Antonio had said that he is very sad, but he does not know the reason behind his sadness. So the two friends of Antonio who are present in the scene, they had started conjecturing or guessing at the various causes that might have made Antonio sad. So Salarino is guessing and saying, your mind is tossing on the ocean. Whether you are aware of this or not, but your thoughts are completely with the ships in the sea. You are lost in the thoughts of your merchandise or ships in the sea, which are at risk. There, that means your mind is completely lost in the thoughts of that particular sea, which has got your argosies or large merchant ships. Argosies are large merchant ships with portly sail. That means those large merchant ships that have got expensive materials or costly commodities with them or in them, like sinews and rich burghers on the flood. So here it is a simile which is comparing. Now, whenever there is a comparison made with the usage of like word, it is called a simile. And here there is a comparison with the usage of this word like, and that's why the figure of speech used here is simile. Now, like seniors, that means like, actually senior is such a word which is used by Italian speakers to refer to Mr. or Sir, like this. Like in English, we use Mr. word or Sir word to address someone with respect. In Italian language or Italian speakers use this word senior to address someone with Mr. or Sir. Rich burghers, actually referring to all those people from the town or the city who are quite wealthy and affluent and rich and who are from the noble or aristocratic families and they have a lot of money. On the flood means in the sea. So try to understand कि जो एंटोनियो के ships हैं, large merchant ships of Antonio, just because first of all they are so large and they have got such costly materials or costly or expensive commodities in them, that you can compare those large merchant ships with the rich people of the city or with the Mr. Mr. I mean to say that the respectful or reverend or you can say reputable, noble, aristocratic people of the city who are given a lot of respect. So all such people in the city, when they pass by, when they are going anywhere, they are looked at with a lot of respect and with a lot of reverence. So what Salarino is saying, that I'm very sure that Antonio is lost in the thoughts of his merchandise or ships which are in the sea, because the ships of Antonio which are in the sea, they are large merchant ships or argosies, and that too with portly sail, that means with grand materials in them or with costly and expensive commodities in them. And with such expensive commodities that those ships are comparable to the rich people or to the noble and aristocratic people of the city. That's why it has been said like seniors and rich burghers. On the flood means in the sea. So like rich people walk on the land, in the same manner these ships are sailing in the sea. Or as it were the pageants of the sea. Pageant actually refers to a very grand display. Grand display you can say, or you can say a grand spectacle. So here ऐसा लगता है जैसे कोई शानदार सीन चल रहा है, शानदार डिस्प्ले है, शानदार स्पेक्टिकल है. Everyone from, like suppose if let us take some celebrity. If a celebrity, maybe a cricketer, maybe an actor, is passing by in your area, obviously everyone will turn towards him and would like to have a look of him. So everyone will get fascinated towards him and they will start looking at him. And just because he is so rich and a celebrity and so respectful, you can say noble in the society, in the same manner, this Salarino is comparing the ships of Antonio with such seniors or celebrities or rich people in the city, that the ships of Antonio are also like the rich people or like a celebrity, you can say, right, like a celebrity. And therefore when the ships of Antonio are in the flood or in the sea, they pass by like a celebrity and they become a pageant of the sea. That means they become a rich display in the sea, and everyone would get fascinated towards it to look at it. Do overpeer the petty traffickers. Overpeer is ignore. Petty traffickers means small trading boats. Small trading boats. That means these large merchant ships of Antonio in the sea would overpeer or ignore the small trading boats in the sea. In the same manner, like it may happen if Aishwarya Rai is passing by in your area once and you get to see, obviously it will cause a kind of a you can say elation in that area, and everyone will get attracted towards her to see her. She would become a pageant over there. However, she would ignore people. She would not be focusing or she would not be looking at someone with that fascination. She is a celebrity. She is not looking at anyone with that fascination because she doesn't know anyone. She can't identify them. She doesn't recognize them. So she won't get fascinated towards any of them. She would simply overpeer or ignore and pass by. But people would get attracted towards her, fascinated towards her, and would look at her as if she was a pageant over there. Just because she is a celebrity. Just because she is a celebrity. In the same manner, these large merchant ships of Antonio are like the celebrities in the sea. Just because they are rich burghers, they are like rich burghers, they are like celebrities. So they are like pageant in the sea. towards which every other ship would get attracted, would get fascinated. However, these argosies or large merchant ships would avoid those small trading ships. That courtesy to them, do them reverence. That means these small trading boats would pay courtesy or reverence or respect or honor to these large merchant ships as they fly by them with their woven wings. That means as they pass from there, as they fly from there, that means as they sail by there with their woven wings. Woven wings actually refer to you can say symbol of respect. That means when they are passing by there or sailing by there with their woven wings, that means with that pride, then they are paid respect or reverence by those petty, that means small traffickers, means small trading boats. So petty is small and traffickers are the trading boats. So those small trading boats would pay reverence or respect to the argosies or large merchant ships of Antonio. Salenio is saying, "Believe me, sir, had I such venture forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. I should still be all right." So Salenio thought, Acha. So Salerino is guessing that Antonio is sad for his merchandise, which is at stake or at risk. So he starts making efforts to console his friend with these positive words. Actually, I have to take this so as to control this cough. Then Salenio is saying, "Believe me, sir, had I such venture forth," means if I had got such a risk ahead in the sea like you have, then the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. That means under such a circumstance, I would have ensured to remain positive about everything. The better part of my affections is actually referring to the positive aspect of my emotions. So Salenio is saying that Salenio would have preferred to remain positive, optimistic, and very cheerful about everything. Better part of my affections. Affections refers to emotions, and better part here is referring to positive aspect. So he would have been positive about it if he had sent such ships, such ships in the sea, and would be with my hopes abroad. That means I would have been hopeful under all the circumstances, and I wouldn't have become hopeless. I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind. Rather, what I would have done, I would have plucked the grass. Plucked the grass simply means I would have uprooted the grass. जड़ से उसको निकालना, so as to find out, okay, अगर ग्रास को जड़ से निकाल लिया, uproot कर लिया, then it is no more in the roots. So now if you keep it somewhere on the land, then surely being so light in weight, it will start flying or blowing with the wind. So I should still be plucking the grass. I would have plucked the grass, और फिर उसको हम ज़मीन पे रख देते, और फिर जब हवा चलती तो वो ग्रास जो है हवा के साथ उड़ने लगती, और इससे हमें ये पता चल जाता कि हवा का डायरेक्शन क्या है, विंड का क्या डायरेक्शन है, बिकॉज दैट ग्रास वुड हैव गॉन इन द सेम डायरेक्शन as the direction of the wind. Obviously it would go with the wind, and that's how I would have found out the direction of the wind. And after ascertaining or finding out the direction of the wind, I would have decided whether I should be sad or not, because that's how I could also think of my ships, whether they are in the same direction as this heavy wind or they are in the opposite direction. So on that ground I could feel relaxed. Piring in maps for ports and piers and roads. What I would have done, I would have gone for maps. I would have studied. Piring is actually, I would have, he means to say peering, it's wrong here. Peering in maps for ports, the spelling is wrong here, sorry. It should be peering actually. So peering in maps for ports and piers and roads. That means I would have searched the different ports, the different landing space and roads in the map, so as to find out whether my ships are actually in the safe zone or not. And only if I come to the conclusion that my ships are not in the safe zone and that they are in the direction where the tempest is about to rise, then probably I would have become sad. And every object that might make me fear misfortune to my ventures. All right. So I wouldn't have become sad for no reason like Antonio is. This is what Salenio means to say. Salenio is saying this to Antonio, that Antonio, you are sad, and at the same time you are saying that you do not know the reason behind your sadness. Then Salarino had concluded that Antonio is sad just because he is lost in the thoughts of his merchandise. So Salenio to that is commenting that you shouldn't be sad just by thinking or just while thinking about your ships in the sea, because it is not giving you a solid reason to become sad. Had I been at your place and had I sent so many ships in the sea, then too I wouldn't have become sad for no reason or without any reason. But I would have tried to find different ways to assess whether my ships were safe or not. Like I would have plucked the grass, and that's how I would have found out the direction of the wind. And then I would have thought about the direction of my ships, and then I would have gone through the map to find out the different landing places, that is piers or jetties. And then he's saying that I would have found the ports and the roads on the map, so as to conclude, whether my ships are in the safe zone or not. And then in that case, if everything had been contrary to the fortune of my ship, if circumstances had been unfavorable to me, then out of doubt means undoubtedly it would make me sad. But in that case, I would have got a solid reason to be sad. Salarino is saying, my wind, cooling my broth, would blow me to an ache when I thought what harm a wind too great might do at sea. Salarino is saying he would have become sad even at the thought of blowing air on his broth or soup. मतलब वो अगर सूप को फूंकते भी, ठंडा करने के लिए सूप पर भी फूंकते, तो मुंह से निकली हुई वो एयर भी उन्हें डरा देती, ये सोच के कि अगर ये एयर टेम्पेस्ट बन के सी में आ जाए तो क्या होगा. would blow me to an egg. Okay, my wind cooling my broth मतलब मुंह से निकली हुई मेरी एयर जो कि मेरे ब्रॉथ को या सूप को ठंडा करने के लिए हम फूंकते उस पर, तो वो हवा मुंह से निकली हुई भी वो हमें डरा देती. या would blow me to an egg means it would have made me sad and upset and unwell. ये सोच कर कि अगर ये हवा और ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाए और टेम्पेस्ट बन जाए तो ये सी में क्या कैटेस्ट्रॉफी या तबाही कॉज कर सकती है. I should not see the sandy hourglass run, but I should think of shallows and of flats. All right. So, if you remember, then Salenio had given quite a positive aspect of his personality by saying that he wouldn't have become sad unless he would have got a solid reason to be sad in regard to merchandise or risk or venture or ships, anything. So, this is what was said by him. To that, Salarino is replying and saying that contrary to that temperament of Salenio, Salarino is kind of pessimistic and he would have become sad about everything that he would get to see. Matlab, he would have been so much lost in the thoughts of his ships at the sea that he would have started thinking of the safety of his ships or the risk that the ships might be at just by looking at everything around him. For example, अगर सूप फूकेंगे तो वो फूक से उनको टेम्पेस्ट की याद आ जाएगी. अगर वो सैंडी आर ग्लास देखेंगे तो उनको ये याद आएगा, क्योंकि सैंडी आर ग्लास, यू नो दैट इट यूज्ड टू बी अ काइंड ऑफ अ टूल in those times when there was no clock, and it used to be a tool for helping people to find out the time of the day. So here sandy hour glass में से sand continuously keeps coming down, तो वो जो सैंड होगी सैंडी आर ग्लास में वो उनको शैलोज़ और फ्लैट्स की याद दिला देगी. इसका मतलब कि उसको देख करके उनको शैलोज़ और फ्लैट्स याद आ जाएंगे. दैट मीन्स सैंड याद आ जाएगा जो कि सी में हो सकता है. एंड सी माई वेल्दी एंड्रयू डॉक्ड इन सैंड, और फिर उनको इस बात का ख्याल आ जाएगा सैंडी आर ग्लास को देखकर कि अगर बहुत ज़्यादा शैलो हो गया पानी सी का, तो किस तरह से मेरी जो वेल्दी एंड्रयू है या फिर जो लार्ज मर्चेंट शिप है एंटोनियो की, उसको उन्होंने वेल्दी एंड्रयू कहा है. इट इज़ द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ship here. So actually it is an allusion of a Spanish ship. तो स्पेनिश शिप जो थी वो बहुत ज़्यादा बिग थी साइज़ में, तो उसी तरह की शिप को रेफ़र करने के लिए, अल्यूट करने के लिए यहाँ पे नाम दिया उसको एंड्रयू. तो इन्होंने कहा कि अगर हम होते उसकी जगह, एंटोनियो की जगह, तो हमें अपनी शिप का ख़याल आ जाता जो कि इतनी बड़ी है साइज़ में जैसे कि एंड्रयू, और हमें फिर ये ख़याल आता कि कहीं इस तरह का सैंड या शैलो अगर सी हो गया और वहाँ पर पानी कम हो गया और सैंड हो गया, तो उसमें मेरी जो शिप है एंड्रयू है, लार्ज मर्चेंट शिप है, एरकेसी है, वो डॉक ना हो जाए, वो उसमें जा कर के फंस ना जाए, स्टक ना हो जाए. Wailing her high top lower than her ribs to kiss her burial. Wailing her high top, that means उसका जो हाई टॉप है, जो ऊपर का पार्ट है, वो इतना ज़्यादा ना लो नीचे आ जाए, वेल हो जाए या लो डाउन हो जाए कि जिसकी वजह से उसके लोअर रिब्स हैं वो पूरी तरह से छुप जाएं. रिब इज़ एक्चुअली रेफरिंग टू दैट फ्रेम और दैट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द शिप विच इज़ इन इट्स लोअर पार्ट. तो कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि जब शिप स्टक हो जाए सैंड में, तो उसका लोअर पार्ट इतना ज़्यादा सैंड के अंदर स्टक हो जाए कि वो एक तरह से उसमें बेरीड हो जाए. टू किस हर बरियल का मतलब है द शिप वुड गेट बेरीड इन अ वे, इन दैट सेंस, यू नो, इन दैट मैनर. अच्छा, हर बरियल क्यों लिखा हुआ है? जस्ट बिकॉज शिप हैज़ बीन personified, एंड जस्ट बिकॉज इट हैज़ बीन personified, हर वर्ड इज़ बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर शिप. And it is said that ship would have been buried, you know, in that way. Matlab, he would have thought that the ship would get buried. Should I go to church and see the holy edifice of a stone and not bethink me straight of dangerous rocks? All right. Then he is saying, अगर वो चर्च जाएंगे, और चर्च में जब चर्च की जो बड़ी सी बिल्डिंग होती है उसको एडिफिस कहा जा रहा है, उस बड़े स्ट्रक्चर को चर्च के, तो एडिफिस को देखेंगे. अगर आप देखो तो चर्च पत्थरों से बना होता है, तो उस होली बिल्डिंग को देख करके, उसके पत्थरों को देख करके, एंड नॉट बी थिंक मी स्ट्रेट ऑफ डेंजरस रॉक्स, क्या फ़ौरन हमें ख़याल नहीं आ जाएगा उन डेंजरस रॉक्स का विच आर ऑफन प्रेजेंट इन द सी एंड दैट माइट बिकम a hindrance or an obstruction in the path of those ships, and the ships in the darkness even might collide with them and as a result would face shipwreck. So ही इज सेइंग कि उनको हर चीज़ देख के याद आएगा। सूप पे फूकने से टेम्पेस्ट की याद आएगी, सैंड ग्लास को देखने से शैलोज़ एंड फ्लैट्स याद आएंगे सी के अंदर, जिनमें शिप जो है वो बेरी हो सकती है, स्टक हो सकती है। और फिर चर्च अगर जाएंगे तो चर्च की बिल्डिंग को देखकर, उसके पत्थरों को देखकर इनको याद आएगा कि इस तरह के डेंजरस रॉक्स आर प्रेजेंट इन द सी ऑल्सो दैट माइट कोलाइड विद द शिप्स एंड कैन कॉज wreck to them or shipwreck to them. Which touching means colliding, but my gentle vessel side. That means colliding, or you can say hitting my gentle vessel side. Gentle vessel side का मतलब है कि मेरी अगर जेंटल शिप से वो टकरा गई रॉक्स तो क्या होगा, वुड स्कैटर ऑल हर स्पाइसेस ऑन द स्ट्रीम। तो जितना भी स्पाइसेस उन शिप्स के अंदर है वो सब स्कैटर हो जाएगा स्ट्रीम में या फिर उस सी वाटर में। हर का इस्तेमाल इसलिए हुआ है बिकॉज शिप इज़ पर्सोनिफाइड। एनरोप मीन्स कवर, द रोरिंग वाटर्स मीन्स द साउंड कॉजिंग वाटर। जो पानी है सी के अंदर जिसमें एक साउंड क्रिएट हो रहा है, जो पानी की जो लहरें हैं वो लगातार उठ रही हैं, गिर रही हैं, तो रोरिंग साउंड क्रिएट हो रहा है। विद माई सिल्क्स का मतलब है विद माई कॉस्टली मटीरियल। ज़ाहिर है अगर शिप टकरा जाएगी उससे रॉक से, तो रॉक से टकराने पर शिप के अंदर जो भी मटेरियल है वो सब गिर जाएगा पानी में। तो पानी एनरोब या कवर अप हो जाएगा उन सारे मटेरियल्स से। और एनरोब द रोरिंग वाटर्स, वो जो रोरिंग वाटर है वो एनरोब हो जाएगा और कवर्ड हो जाएगा। विद माई सिल्क्स का मतलब है विद माई कॉस्टली मटीरियल। एंड इन अ वर्ड बट इवन नाउ वर्थ दिस एंड नाउ वर्थ नथिंग। और एक शब्द में ये कहा जा सकता है कि वो सब कुछ जिसकी कीमत कुछ देर पहले बहुत ज़्यादा थी वो पानी में गिरने के बाद वैल्यूलेस हो जाएगा। शैल आई हैव द थॉट टू थिंक ऑन दिस, और हम ये सारी बातों को सोचेंगे। एंड शैल आई लाइक द थॉट दैट सच अ थिंग बी चांस्ड वुड मेक मी सैड। और अगर ये सोचेंगे हम कि अगर इस तरह की चीज़ हो गई तो दैट मीन्स ये सोच कर भी ना चाहते हुए भी ये बातें मेरे दिमाग में आएंगी। और ये दिमाग में आएगा कि अगर मान लो पहले तो ये बातें मेरे दिमाग में आएंगी, और अगर ये बातें माइंड में नहीं आएंगी एग्जैक्टली तो ये माइंड में आएगा कि अगर ऐसा कुछ हो गया तो क्या होगा, और ये सोच कर हम सैड हो जाएंगे। But tell not me, I know Antonio is sad to think upon his merchandise. And I'm very sure that Antonio is sad only because he is thinking about his merchandise or ships in the sea. Antonio is saying, believe me, no, I thank my fortune for it. My ventures are not in one bottom trusted, nor to one place, nor is my whole state upon the fortune of this present year. Therefore, my merchandise makes me not sad. So Antonio is saying, यकीन करो मेरा, आई एम थैंकफुल अबाउट इट टू गॉड अबाउट दिस फॉर्चून ऑफ माइन कि मेरे सारे जो वेंचर्स हैं या जो सारे शिप्स हैं वो एक बॉटम में नहीं हैं। दैट मीन्स आई हैव नॉट एक्चुअली यूज्ड और पुट ऑल माई materials or commodities in one ship. At the same time, I have not put all my ships in the same direction, and also I have not put all the merchandise, or I have not taken all the risk in the present year itself. And this is how I know that I'm quite safer, and I'm on a safer side, and due to which I'm not at all sad thinking about my merchandise. Salenio is saying, अच्छा, why then? You are in love. फिर तो पक्की बात है that you are sad because you are in love. तुम्हें प्यार हो गया है. Antonio is saying, fie, that means shame. Salenio, not in love neither. अच्छा तो प्यार भी नहीं हुआ है. Then let us say you are sad because you are not merry, and it were as easy for you to laugh and leap and say you are merry because you are not sad. अच्छा तो अगर प्यार भी नहीं हुआ है तब फिर तो सिर्फ एक ही बात कह सकते हैं हम कि तुम खुश नहीं हो क्योंकि तुम sad हो. You are sad because you are not happy. You are not merry means you are not happy. मतलब तुम sad हो और तुम्हारे पास कोई रीज़न नहीं है तुम्हारे सैडनेस का. इसका मतलब तुम सैड हो क्योंकि तुम खुश नहीं हो. और अगर तुम खुश होते, जंप कर रहे होते, इधर उधर हंस रहे होते, मजाक कर रहे होते, तो वी कुड से कि तुम खुश हो. ओके, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट सैड। तो हम क्या रीज़न देते, मतलब अगर तुम जंप कर रहे हो, हंस रहे हो, बोल रहे हो, मजाक कर रहे हो, तो वी वुड हैव सेड कि तुम खुश हो क्योंकि तुम सैड नहीं हो। दैट मीन्स इस तरह तो हमारे पास कोई सॉलिड रीज़न है ही नहीं। अगर तुम सैड हो तो तुम सैड हो क्योंकि तुम खुश नहीं हो, अगर तुम खुश हो तो तुम खुश हो क्योंकि तुम सैड नहीं हो। क्या यही रीज़न्स होते हैं इतने इमोशंस के, एक्सट्रीम इमोशंस के, सैडनेस और हैप्पीनेस के? नाउ बाय two-headed Janus. This is something really important because it is a mythology. It is actually a Roman mythology and it is referring to Roman god who is believed to have got two heads, and the two heads are completely contrary to each other because one of the faces is smiling and the other one is quite sad. So Salenio is saying, now by two-headed Janus, that means let us take the reference of Roman god Janus here, who is supposed to have got the two faces. One is happy and the other one is sad. Nature hath means nature has framed strange fellows in her time. Again, nature has been personified, or you can say that here it has been considered as a divine power. So nature has framed means created very strange fellows, in her time. Here her is actually referring to nature, and nature has been considered, or nature has been portrayed as a female divine power, and that's why her word is being used here for nature. So nature has framed strange fellows in her time. Nature ने भी बड़े अजीब अजीब किस्म के लोग बनाए हैं दुनिया में. Some that will evermore peep through their eyes. कुछ ऐसे लोग जो हर वक्त हमेशा, evermore का मतलब है हमेशा हंसते रहते हैं, अपनी हाफ आइज से भी दुनिया को इस तरीके से देखते रहते हैं जैसे कि उनको बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आ रहा है, राइट? एंड laugh like parrots at a bagpiper. अच्छा, और वो ऐसा लगता है कि दुनिया को आधी आंखों से देख रहे हैं, उनको कोई सैड एस्पेक्ट नज़र नहीं आ रहा है, और वो हर वक्त पैरट्स की तरह, सिमिली हैज़ बीन यूज्ड हियर, हंसते रहते हैं। जैसे पैरट्स को बहुत हंसी आती है बैक पाइपर का म्यूज़िक सुनकर, इन द सेम मैनर कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो हर वक्त ज़िंदगी को चीयरफुल होकर के जीते हैं, एंड दे कीप ऑन लाफिंग. एंड अदर ऑफ सच विनेगर एस्पेक्ट. विनेगर एस्पेक्ट मतलब सावर नेचर, बहुत खट्टे नेचर के लोग होते हैं, दूसरी कैटेगरी के लोग जो हर वक्त सैड होते हैं. दैट दे विल नॉट शो देयर टीथ इन व्यू ऑफ ए स्माइल, मतलब उनको हंसी और स्माइल तो कभी आती ही नहीं चेहरे पे. Though Nestor swear to just be laughable, here again there is a mythology. However, Nestor is not a Roman mythology. Nestor is a Greek mythology. According to a Greek mythology, Nestor is again a god, and he is such a god who is supposed to have never laughed at anything, any joke or anything you can say. So here Salenio is commenting by saying कि वैसे तो नेस्टर इज़ नोन फॉर हैविंग लाफ्ड, नेवर लाफ्ड, बट कभी कभी हो सकता है कि किसी बात पे नेस्टर भी ये कह दें कि नहीं, इस बात पर तो हंसना बनता ही है, इस पर तो हंसी आनी ही चाहिए, लेकिन उस बात पे भी कुछ लोग नहीं हंसेंगे. वो इस तरह के नेचर के लोग होते हैं कि उन्होंने हंसी को, खुशी को, स्माइल को अपनी ज़िंदगी से पूरी तरह से बाहर कर दिया होता है, और वो हर वक्त सिरके जैसा, विनेगर जैसा सावर टेस्ट का मुंह बना कर रखते हैं, और हर वक्त दुखी रहते हैं, और इतने दुखी रहते हैं कि उनको उस पर भी हंसी नहीं आएगी जिस जोक पर शायद नेस्टर, जो कि एक ग्रीक गॉड है, जो कभी नहीं हंसते, और अगर वो भी कसम खा ले कि नहीं इस पर तो हंसना बनता है, लेकिन कुछ लोग ऐसी बातों पर भी नहीं हंसेंगे क्योंकि उनका नेचर ही नहीं है, वो कभी चीयरफुल होते ही नहीं, वो हमेशा सैड रहते हैं. सो दिस वॉज सेड बाय सैलेनियो. तो सैलेनियो ने ये सारा कमेंट एंटोनियो पर किया कि वाई आर यू सो सैड विदाउट एनी रीज़न. ये तो वही बात हो गई कि समबडी इज़ आस्किंग यू कि अच्छा देन यू आर इन लव, तो वो बात तुम्हें परेशान करिए, यू आर सेइंग वो भी बात नहीं है, तो फिर क्या बात है? सारे गेस तो हम कर चुके कि ये हो सकता है, ये हो सकता है. अगर ये सारी वजह नहीं है फिर तो तुम सैड हो क्योंकि तुम खुश नहीं हो, और अगर तुम खुश होते तो हम ये कहते कि तुम खुश हो क्योंकि तुम सैड नहीं हो। तो ये तो कोई बात नहीं हुई। वैसे भी नेचर ने बड़े अजीब अजीब किस्म के लोग दुनिया में बनाए हैं। दो अजीब किस्म के लोग होते हैं, एक वो जो हर वक्त हंसते रहते हैं, खुश रहते हैं, पॉजिटिव रहते हैं, जिनकी संख्या लगातार गिरती जा रही है। द नंबर ऑफ सच पीपल हैज़ बीन कॉन्टीन्यूसली डिक्लाइनिंग, आई थिंक पर्सनली। एंड सेकेंडली, ऐसे तरह के लोग होते हैं जो हर वक्त सैड और दुखी और डिप्रेस्ड होते हैं और उनको किसी बात पे हंसी नहीं आती, चाहे खुद गॉड नेस्टर जो कि ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी के अकॉर्डिंग एक ऐसे गॉड है जो कभी हंसते नहीं है। अगर वो भी कसम खा ले कि हंस दो, लेकिन वो ऐसे लोग तब भी नहीं हंसेंगे। Enter Bassanio, Lorenzo and Gratiano. Here comes Bassanio. All right. So this is the continuation of the speech of Salenio and Salenio की स्पीच का continuation चल रहा है, बट सीन के अंदर कुछ नए कैरेक्टर्स आ गए हैं। वो कौन है? वो बेसानियो है, लॉरेंसो है और ग्रेशिनो है। जैसे ही इनकी एंट्री होती है तो Salenio is saying, here comes Bassanio. So Bassanio has entered the scene and we must know that Bassanio is a very true, a very good, rather the best friend, the most adorable friend of Antonio. Bassanio is your most noble kinsman. All right. So Salenio ने कहा ये लो Bassanio आ गया, तुम्हारा सबसे करीबी कंट्रीमैन, तुम्हारा सबसे करीबी दोस्त ग्रेशिनो एंड लॉरेंसो, और उसके साथ ग्रेशिनो और लॉरेंसो भी आए हैं। फेयर यू वेल, सो इट्स टाइम फॉर अस टू से गुड बाय और फेयरवेल टू यू। वी लीव यू नाउ विद बेटर कंपनी, हाउ एवर वी विल हैव टू लीव नाउ, दैट मीन्स हु विल हैव टू लीव? Salenio and Salerino, but Salenio is saying that we are not leaving you alone, but we are leaving you with better company, that means more enjoyable company. Salerino is saying, I would have stayed till I had made you merry. Salerino is saying, I wouldn't have gone away from here till I would have made you happy. हम तो तब तक यहाँ से नहीं जाते जब तक कि तुम्हारा मूड चेंज नहीं हो जाता. But it's okay if worthier friends had not prevented me. That means अगर हम लोगों से भी अच्छे दोस्त तुम्हारे यहाँ नहीं आ जाते, but it's okay, हमसे भी अच्छे दोस्त तुम्हारे आ गए हैं, तो you can spend time with them and I'm sure you will feel better. एंटोनियो इज़ सेइंग योर वर्थ इज़ वेरी डियर इन माई रिगार्ड. एंटोनियो ने कहा तुम लोग मेरे लिए बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट हो, ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम लेस इम्पॉर्टेंट हो, वो मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट है. यू आर ऑल्सो वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर मी. आई टेक इट योर ओन बिजनेस कॉल्स ऑन यू एंड यू इम्प्रेस द ओकेजन टू डिपार्ट. आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट इन दिस वे कि तुम्हें अपने भी कुछ काम होंगे, बट तुमने काफ़ी टाइम हमको दे दिया, अब तुम्हें चले जाना चाहिए अपने काम को करने के लिए. जस्ट बिकॉज यू हैव गॉट अ गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी एज वेल टू लीव राइट नाउ, बिकॉज यू हैव दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. एज यू नॉट लिविंग मी अलोन in this mood of mine, but you are leaving me with some other company, so it's fine that even if you are leaving me, you won't feel bad about it, you won't feel guilty about it. So you have got an opportunity, you should embrace it or take it up and you should go for your work. Salerino is saying, good morrow my good lords. Good morrow means good morning. Bassanio is saying, good seniors both. Good seniors both means he is also wishing them. When shall we laugh means when shall we party again. Say when, बताओ ना हम next time कब party कर रहे हैं. You grow exceeding strange. That means you have become quite different. You seem to have changed. क्या बात है, ऐसा लगता है तुम बड़े अजीब से होते जा रहे हो आजकल. Salerino is saying, we will make our leisures to attend on yours. Salerino, okay. मस्ट इट बी सो. ऑल राइट. सो उसने ये कहा कि क्या बात है, मतलब कितने अनफ्रेंडली, इतने अजीब से क्यों होते जा रहे हो, क्या रीज़न इसके पीछे, क्या ऐसा होना ज़रूरी है. Salerino ने कहा वी विल मेक आवर लेजर्स टू अटेंड ऑन योर्स. दैट मीन्स इट्स टाइम फॉर अस टू लीव, but we will surely take out time, and whenever we are at leisure or we have free time, we will attend you back. This was said by Salerino, and then exeunt Salerino and Salenio, they had left the scene, they had gone from there. So Lorenzo is saying, my lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio, we too will leave you, but at dinner time I pray you have in mind where we must meet. So Lorenzo is saying, my lord Bassanio, क्योंकि अब आपको आपके दोस्त एंटोनियो मिल गए हैं, तो अब हम दोनों भी यहाँ से जाएंगे और अब हम डिनर टाइम पे मिलेंगे. एंड आई प्रे यू कि प्लीज़ आप ध्यान रखिएगा, इस बात को माइंड में रखिएगा कि हमें पार्टी करनी है फिर से, और कहाँ पार्टी करें, कैसे करें. लेट अस ऑर्गेनाइज इट एंड लेट अस थिंक अबाउट इट, प्लान इट सो दैट वी कैन ऑर्गेनाइज अ पार्टी सून where we can have a lot of fun enjoyment. Besani is saying, I will not fail you. That means I'm not going to fail in this. I will make sure to remember all this. Graciano is saying, you look not well, Senior Antonio. Graciano is saying, क्या बात है Mr. Antonio, आपकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं लग रही. And यू हैव टू मच रेस्पेक्ट अपॉन द वर्ड. ऐसा लग रहा है आजकल आप ज़्यादा ही दुनियादारी सोच रहे हैं. दे लूज इट दैट टू बाय इट विथ मच केयर. और अक्सर वो चीज़ें जो हम ज़्यादा संभाल कर रखते हैं वो हमसे खो जाती हैं. तो अगर आप ज़्यादा दुनिया के बारे में सोचेंगे तो आप ज़्यादा परेशान रहेंगे और चीज़ों को हैंडल नहीं कर पाएंगे. बिलीव मी, यू आर मार्वेलसली चेंज्ड. आप तो बहुत ज़्यादा बदल गए हैं. तो एंटोनियो इज सेइंग, आई होल्ड द वर्ड बिट एज द वर्ड क्रैशिनो. एंटोनियो इज सेइंग, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ग्रेशिनो कि आई हैव चेंज्ड और आई एम थिंकिंग अ लॉट और समथिंग लाइक दैट. But I must tell you that I hold the word but as the word. That means I think of the word simply as the word is, a temporary place for us to live. Grashino, for me, this word is merely or only a stage where every person, human being, is a performer, is playing his own part, his own role. ये दुनिया एक स्टेज की तरह है जहाँ हर इंसान को अपना रोल प्ले करना है. एंड माइन अ सैड वन. और हाँ, तुम ये कह सकते हो कि मेरा जो रोल है वो एक सैड इंसान का है. आई हैव गॉट द रोल ऑफ अ सैड मैन टू प्ले एंड दैट्स वाई आई अपीयर टू बी सो सैड इन द सीन हियर. That was what said by Antonio. So Grashino is saying something to that, which is quite a long speech. So I would like to wind it up here. Actually, I'm really not well enough, but I want to go on, and there are so many requests as well for language and literature as well. But I'm not able to make frequently these video lectures just because of my health, which is not going on well these days. So please pray that I may get well soon and I may help you guys with the same passion as you guys are showing to learn. Thank you so much for cooperating with me and sorry for the inconvenience. Thanks a lot. Please share and like my videos if you actually like.